everyone. Jill here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about the Cherry Box, which has been in existence for a while, but they have made a shift to a different style of kit that includes 12 by 12 paper. And since I'm a 12 by 12 scrapper, I am really happy about this. And I wanted to just give you a glimpse of what's in the first of these 12 by 12 versions of the Cherry Box and do an unboxing, as it were. Okay, so the first thing, get a list of what's in it, and I'm just going to go in order and show you a few things and talk a little bit about how I'm planning to create with this really awesome kit. Well, the first thing you get is not just 12 by 12 paper, but a whole collection kit. And in this case, it's the Craft and Create from Carta Bella. And if you know anything about Carta Bella's papers, they're really, really nice. They're very sturdy. And also, in this kit, the theme is, maybe we'll look at, besides the papers, you get a bunch of them, you get this element sticker sheet, and this kind of gives you an overview of the kinds of, the theme of the kit, which is creating and crafting. And it's really great that it includes this huge range, like people who sew, people who knit, people who paint, do other forms of art, and crochet. There's a little crochet hook. And so I think there are ways of using it to actually document your hobby and your craft, which for many of us, it's an important part of life and cool to document. I recently did a scrapbook page about sachiko stitching. And so for me, that was a page about sewing and hand sewing and the pleasure in that. And I do also love my sewing machine, mostly for sewing on paper, not for sewing garments. But for me, the sewing images in here are really, really cool. I'm also a knitter, so I know I'll be using that part of the kit. But you obviously don't have to use it literally. There are lots of floral papers and really just pretty elements in this kit that you can use for really any kind of documenting. Okay, so here are the papers. I love this one of the tops of spools of thread. That's like very me, and I know I'll be using this. I try to use my favorite first, and this is my favorite. And then there is a cut apart on the back, and so I might save some of that so I can use some of the cut apart elements. I've mentioned the florals. It's a green one. Oh, the back of this is this really whimsical, cool element, again, with the spools of thread. I don't know, there's something about that really appeals to me. Another floral. The floral and the stripe give you a real sense of the color story, the color scheme for the kit. Probably missing great things on the backs of each of these. So I love this pin cushion, which appears in several areas. You could even like cut this out and use it on a layout about your Pinterest boards. Since it says pin it, you can interpret that in many different ways. Okay, something like this too, handmade with love. I could see like just stitching this on the back of a card that you make, or some other kind of project. Sewing machines with the floral combined, really pretty. A big check pattern in red. Another small floral. I like the way it combines the small and large florals, because I think that's really good to combine on layouts, the different sizes. These border strips are just great. I know I'm going to be using this page a lot. I really like border strips. I just opened my box, so it's kind of fun for me to go through and think about what I will, put to use right away. Dots, again, gives you a sense of the colors. There's a page for art, for painting, which I also love. This one is a really cool check because it's got this kind of whimsical wavy line. I don't know if the camera's picking this up. Maybe if I hold it more at a distance. Anyway, and then yet another, boy, this is really great with all the different cut apart, because you can use them as embellishments on a variety of different kinds of pages. And here you can see you have some really small cut aparts. I don't see that quite as often, and that makes it really, really versatile. Really like it. Of course, label-like things to cut apart, and the same check we looked at, but in a blue-green. This is a really versatile green small pattern that you can blend with the others. Here's one with lots of words and phrases. Gosh, just about everything is included here in a large floral. Scissors, so cute. A really colorful plaid, I like that. And buttons, yeah, this is one I'll definitely enjoy using. And then, yeah, even more things to cut apart and use as titles, or elements to work into your storytelling. Okay, so that's just one thing in this kit, all that paper. And then, because you'll be cutting and gluing, there's a tape runner. I've not tried the Sizzix. I always love trying new ones, so I'm looking forward to seeing how I like this. There's an embellishment pack that besides all the cut aparts, that has the little elements and motifs from the paper pack. And then something that coordinates really well is in the kit, this Vicki Boutin color study sticker sheet. And I've used this before, and I love these birds, and I had gotten to the point where I was hoarding the last one, so I'm really glad to have more. The butterflies are really pretty too. It has this like iridescent metallic trim or treatment on some of the stickers, so it's really great to have another of these for me. And if you've not used this yet, yeah, you'll find lots of uses for it. It's really great, and the colors coordinate really well with the paper. Okay, and then the whole other part of the kit that I thought was really fun to get in a cherry box is this Carpe Diem soft covered journal in a really pretty muted pink soft notebook cover, and it's got an elastic and a bookmark, and I'm not sure what I'll use mine for, but I'm thinking I might use it to document stencils that I have and make a little inventory of my stencils. You could certainly use it as a journal. You could use it as a planning book for projects, for creative projects of various sorts. I don't know, that there are just lots of possibilities, and I'm like so into notebooks right now, so any kind of notebook makes me happy. I'm going to show you what I've done in this so far after I show you the stencil, but before we get to that, you get a pen that's also a Carpe Diem pen. This really nice gel pen, and it matches the inner pages of the front part of the journal. So how cool is that? It also writes really well. I have this little scrap of paper, and you can see it's like a nice fine point black gel pen. Not super fine, but not super thick. Just right, very smooth. Okay, so those two things also come in the cherry box, and I am really excited about this sample of, like, it's a Vicki Boutin crayon in orange. I'm not sure if it's the same color in every box, and I've not used these before. I've used the distress crayons, but not these, and so it'll be fun to see how they compare. I did a little experimenting, and they are water soluble, so you can see you can dissolve it a bit with water, and then yeah, they're really fun to write with. And because you have that, and maybe we'll be starting a collection, or wanting to keep your tools handy with your journal, there's a Carpe Diem pencil case. And this reminds me of one I had years ago that I really loved. That was just a darker blue, but really soft, and then also it looks like it's pretty spacious. I think I'm going to put a collection of colored pencils in here. I like to keep them in their own separate case, and this would be a perfect one for that. Okay, and then last but not least, this really cool Finnabar stencil, and it's, I think you would describe it as gears. Yeah, it says Mechanica on it, and so it's a little steampunky, and I really like it. Let me show you, because as I said, I'm gonna maybe use the notebook this way, what this stencil looks like. And if you saw my Instagram post, yeah, I'll probably include it in that. But anyway, there you go. Isn't that nice? And I tried to kind of pull the colors of the paper collection, the Carta Bella papers, and which is like kind of the whole rainbow, really. But and I used Distress Oxides and just, you know, brushed it through the stencil. And isn't that cool? Isn't it a really amazing stencil? And of course you can use it with texture paste and other kinds of mixed media elements. I mean, there's so many possibilities. Right now, I really like the idea of just kind of keeping a record of what stencils I have so I can flip through and not forget about the cool stencils. And so I was really excited to get one in this kit because I'm an art journaler and a huge fan of stencils. I think that does it. That's a lot for one box, and you can make a lot of really cool things from all these products. But I wanted to just show you what's in the box, and anyway, happy crafting.